Hello everybody, Dr. Ette here, and we are back with some more XCOM 2. In this case, we are doing the supply raid mission, Operation Hot Grave. In this case, our goal will be, same as most missions, killing all the aliens in this case, and trying not to damage any of the supplies that we'll be picking up on the mission. So let's just launch mission now. We're running with a fairly balanced team, one of everything except the specialist. In this case, we are also bringing in a rookie. There we are, so we begin mission now. And again, while we're dealing with all this fun loading bullshit, thanks everyone who's been sticking around watching my videos. It's always appreciated, of course. But in this case, we'll be doing what we can to hopefully keep everyone alive. There we are, jumping down from our helicopter. Let's see what we can do here today. Let's see. Train is down there. We're probably gonna have to deal with a bunch of aliens over here, so let's just slow and steady. Ranger up here. We have you let's see, it looks like an officer and a lancer. Turret up there, which is still pretty shitty and not fun to deal with, but pretty good shot just to flat out kill the lancer. I think I might do that. It's not the ideal use of a ambush or anything, but guaranteed kill on a lancer saves me headache later.
No longer a threat. They found us.
But no, this is a kind of rush video at this point. Had a lot of issues. Was up late last night trying to figure them out. But let's see if we can get this show on the road at least going. I think we'll have a shot there. I believe that's what the game was telling us. If we roll high enough, we should be able to kill it. We just have to roll a 5 or a 6 due to the actual armor shred. I haven't gone into how armor works. As you saw with the flashing yellow pips that was there. Basically, for every point of armor, it negates 1 damage. There's some classes, in this case heavies, if spec'd properly, that can actually shred the armor that they have on the turret and other units themselves. Otherwise, you're just going to be dealing with some negated damage on them. So let's see if our rookie can get a kill. Perfect.
Target neutralized.
Let's see if we can get a decent spot somewhere for our second heavy, but it doesn't look like we're dealing with perfect cover here. I feel like we're pushing a little bit too far to the side, and there could be a pod we're going to see over here. Nope, just the second turret. That's totally manageable. We should be in the clear there. And sniper. We should get you. Love to get you somewhere in the high ground, but that's not really an option at the moment. And I can't imagine that going to be showing any more pods, and not too exposed. We're still in heavy cover, so. Thankfully, we dealt with the lancer, the bigger threat in my opinion. We just had to deal with the advent officer and the turret. So let's see how this goes for us here. Big miss on their part. And the advent officer really didn't do anything. So in this case, I feel like it is probably a decent enough idea for us to move forward a little bit. I'm going to say this, a little bit, not too much, and then I'm probably going to move pretty damn far up. See what we can get for shots. If worst case scenario, we just use the grenade here. Pretty much deal with the cover that the officer has. Should make it pretty easy to take out. Maybe not, but you know, can't win them all. Move you forward a little bit, Jane. Calamity Jane. 53% chance of the coin flip slightly in our favor. Good enough, perfect.
Target neutralized.
Now, if we are lucky, we should be able to hopefully get a beat on this turret, but do we not have another heavy who can take a shot? We do. So let's see if this will put him in range for tuples. No go on that one. That's a shame. hunker down, and if we have a really good roll with our sniper, as in a 6, we'll get the kill as well. Assuming we hit. No such go. Okay, so we might take a little hit of damage here. Everyone's in decent cover, so hopefully that's a non-issue. Good, good, good.
Incoming fire.
And again, thankfully this is one of the
Got it.
few missions that was a misclick, so hopefully that doesn't expose anything. Like I was saying, this is one of the few missions in XCOM in which we're not on a clock. So we don't have to rush, we don't have to hack a computer in 8 turns or less. Keep everyone fully stocked on ammo, reloading, it works really. So that's probably what we're going to do. Enemies are still going to be patrolling, so they could wander in on us. So anyone who is not really making a move, we can probably just have overwatching, hunkering down, just getting ready to go. As I said, aliens still patrolling. In this case, we're seeing our first new unit, the Viper. Pretty much it is the equivalent to the Thin Mint in XCOM Enemy Within / Enemy Unknown. Has some poison attacks, fairly high aim, some dodging bullshit, which we'll probably be introduced to in a bit if we're unlucky. Another reaction shot here. Perfect. Working much better than it has any right to be, in all honesty.
Might be something we could use here.
There's loot up there, but that's really good. But I don't think we can afford to make the moves to take it, so. See what we can do here. We can have Haddad run into slightly better cover. Is this grenade large enough to hit both? No, not quite. So let's see what his percentages are. Coin flip on the Advent Trooper, that's not too bad. He's really pulling his weight.
Kill confirmed.
And oddly enough, I really wasn't aiming to be sarcastic there. So let's see, this will be using the last frag grenade from Jesus, but it should be destroying the cover there for us, so that's definitely a plus. There we go, so this little snake lady, which we don't have a shot here, but we can, again, advance to high cover a little bit forward. Take a flanking shot for 72. Perfect. This is going about as good as it can, really. No one's taken any damage yet, fingers crossed, that continues, but it's XCOM. You're gonna miss all the shots you really need and hit the unimportant ones. And now that things are going so well, maybe we're going to start wanting to push for that loot drop that we had up here. But again, keeping everyone fully loaded.
Ready to rock. Understood. Moving out.
We can do this in one action, so worst case scenario, when we see some bad shit over there, we can always fall back. Got a hair trigger and a couple of HP upgrades if we go that route. Definitely worth just tossing in some of our more forward units. Like I said, it is a supply raid. Our job is collect this, so don't blow it up. It's pretty straightforward on our end.
On the move.
And now it looks like we're pretty safe to start advancing.
Advent forces sighted.
Of course, it's that one little notch that you didn't want to move. So this is probably going to be the hardest pod we have to deal with, and I believe the last one at this point in the game. It's running double Lancers, which are scary enough as is. The actual Viper unit itself is honestly a lot less intimidating in my opinion. Not a great shot, so we'll probably just go for an overwatch here. Move Jesus up forward a little bit and do another overwatch. I'm not sure if we actually ran into a successful stun lancer as of yet, but well, I'm not too concerned for a sniper, so I might just keep him out of cover, just so we can at least get another overwatch going, because they're tanky enough to avoid most of the damage from it. That's the dodge effect. They pretty much have a die roll on a hit to pretty much take highly reduced damage. I believe it's a 50% reduction, but I'm not positive there. That was a grab attack. In this case, if it landed, it would have yanked him right next to her in range. And pretty much did like a chokehold. Pretty much choke damage every turn. 2 to 3, I believe. That's really good for us. It's one less Lancer we have to deal with. I think we're still in the range to get like a slishy slashed over here. Unless our sniper rolls a perfect damage thing on a hit. Which didn't quite happen, sadly. So there we go. It's gonna go for the melee. I think? Maybe? Okay, you can't tell, but it actually swung its sword there. Let's see, Tuples here. Can't really grenade or anything, which is a shame. But high enough roll to make it worth taking out this Lancer, hopefully. There we are. Curving the bullets. So all in all, taking 3 damage on one unit really isn't that bad for us. If we go that route, we can go for a slash, but that's really not too great. So what I think I might do is at the very least open that up with a grenade from Haddad here. Perfect, a 4 damage roll. Not necessary in the least bit, but we have a 94% chance with this slash, so I feel like we take it. 3 to 5 should be a kill unless a dodge happens, but you know. A dodge happened. Okay, okay. Fair enough, fair enough. As they say, never tell me the odds because I'm probably going to be screwed regardless. We do have a pistol shot, 68% chance, but we're lucky. There we go. Problem solved. And last pod, perfect. That's good for us. Excellent. Only one wounded, the slishy slash that Tuples had to deal with. But no, all of our shots were pretty much right on point. Enemies killed per turn were good. A little bit of spread over here. Undermost fire was Tuples, but Kelly did all the work for the most part. There you go. Over an enemy turn. That's not bad. That's not bad. 3.33, etc., etc. Could have been worse. On a mission similar on my other playthrough, I think I might have lost half my squad. Again, I'd like to repeat myself. I am not good at this game at all. But time to do some more of the strategery stuff, so let's see how that works out for us. After the landing and the walk of shame. I don't know what else to call it, really. There we go. Oddly, surprisingly, he's gravely wounded, but we do, thankfully, have our second Grenadier Ramirez here. Haddad got promoted to Specialist, which is very good. We need more of those. We got promoted here, so I feel like our snipers really don't take much fire, so return fire is not necessary. Much rather go for an improved Overwatch, because we do use that a fair amount on them. Our Grenadier Ramirez will also get Shredder. I find it invaluable in the early game, less so later, but that's not a big deal. So we got a couple PCS conditionings, hair trigger upgrade, bunch of corpses, one Illyrium core. I was hoping for a couple, but what can you do? Bunch of supplies, crystals, alloys, corpses, etc., etc. There we go, research unlocked, yada yada. Okay, we haven't really dealt with Shaken yet. They have reduced will. That's really not a big deal, other than dealing with sectoids, which we do a fair amount. But all they have to do to get rid of the Shaken effect is complete a mission without really getting any damage, which is really doable. So we should be in the clear. So where were we? Resistance contacts are good. We'll go into details about that later. So we were in the process of making contact with East Africa. We're hoping to get that finished before the end of the pay period for the supply drop so we can get an extra supply boost there, but there we are. Let's see how this works for us. And good, magnetic weapons completed. Perfect. While the research has been done, we're still going to have to buy them from our engineer. Not individually, it's just pretty much a one-time upgrade, but it's quite the expense. And again, Not going to read these. If you want to, feel free to pause it, but a lot of words to go through. Mag pistol, we're going to have to pay that up eventually. Shotgun equivalent, rifle. We pretty much, since we've encountered these units so many times, we have like the instant autopsy going on. So in this case, we're pretty much stupid if we're not doing this at the moment, so...
Though I was never witness to one myself, countless observers attest to the existence of a much smaller, less intimidating variant of the sectoid that took part in the original invasion. In the time since, this new being, the product of clear genetic manipulation, is now a familiar face to our forces operating in the field.
Okay, awesome. So in this case, we will have some, like, a couple of items and research available to us. Mind shield being one, and the research would be psionics, which would allow us to start training psionic units. I'm going to see if I can get that one a little bit earlier on this playthrough, because they are pretty cool.
The Advent Stun Lancer was apparently outfitted with the intention of serving as a civilian peacekeeping unit within the city centers. Although they are equipped with weapons capable of administering non-lethal blows, recent reports indicate an increasingly aggressive stance taken by these units.
Okay, in this case, in studying the Lancers, go figure, we get an item available, Darkblade. Literally an upgraded version of our current sword. Not sure if we're going to be bum rushing that one at the moment. I would like to if we can afford it, but we do have other things to prioritize. Let's see, resistance radio we can put on hold. We're not going to be super rushing it to making the actual building itself, but let's see. We're going to be short on money, but may as well get Gauss rifle started. Let's see, we can budget engineering here, build some items. Well, yes, we can build it. We do need some supplies for other things, so we'll probably pick up... Actually, we'll just forget about the mag pistol for now. It leaves us with 150.
I probably could have saved a lot of time
Because we do have this power relay, and we are going to want to be building a building as soon as we can there. Let's see if we can finish making contact. Okay, it looks like we finished training a recruit. This part's kind of annoying, and I wish they had the option just to bum rush back to the tactics school, but... Oh, I guess we're out of rookies. That's good for us, I guess. Let's see, anything we care about here, or what work would be good, but I can't validate that purchase right now.
Commander, you should establish contact with the local resistance network.
Right before we finished, let's see, it looks like the Avatar project here, our slowly ticking countdown to failure is increasing. Not a big deal. Pretty much even if you fail this thing, you're not done. You have like a 20-day clock to pretty much do something that would hamper the project in some way or form, so it's not too bad. Fairly unimportant cutscene here, in all honesty. It's literally a, hey, how's it going? Good, 55 supplies a month. We have access to Eastern Europe now, New India. Not too bad, not too bad. Let's see what we want at the moment. I feel like opening up the black market would be really useful for us. I have a decent amount of intel. Can't really afford to be selling things at the moment, but it's only a few days. So we got our power relay, our engineer's free to work. There's not much more power. We have to work with just 3. But conveniently, that is all we need to start working on the proving grounds. It's going to take 14 days. I could staff an engineer, but I feel like it is a lot more important to start doing some more excavations here. That'll take a while, but hopefully we'll have more engineers coming in slowly anyways. Search our black market. That was really quick.
Commander, we've received word that the aliens have completed a facility.
Okay, so there's another Avatar facility that's a little annoying, but it doesn't look too far out the way. I think it might actually be... Okay, so we only have to make contact with New India, and then we should have access to here. Pretty much like I said earlier, to do any of the Black Site alien facility missions, you have to have contacts in that area. So if we were super unlucky, it could have appeared way over here. Thankfully, not the case. So where were we? A little bit disoriented. There we are. Go back to scanning the black market. And it looks like we have a new mission. In this case, we are going to be getting a squatty specialist and some intel on success. And I'm going to cut it here, everybody. Again, thanks for watching. Please leave any constructive feedback in the comments, yada yada yada. Like, subscribe, you know the shit. Hear it every day. But again, I'm Dr. Ette. See you next time.